Welcome to CSEC Mathematics with Mr. Charles. Today we are looking at number bases, and we're specifically looking at the base 4 and the base 2 number systems. Okay, so in the place value system for base 4, we have to the left of the decimal points, we have the units place, the fours place. So units 4 to the power of 0, right? Fours place 4 to the power of 1, which is the same as 4. Then we have the 16s place, which is 4 to the power of 2 or 4 squared, 4, 4, 16. And then we have the 64s place, which is 4 to the power of 3. 4 times 4 times 4, 64. Right? Then to the right of the decimal point, we have 4 to the power of -1, which corresponds to a quarter, so we call it the fourths place or the quarters place. Okay, and then we have 4 to the power of -2 in the second decimal place. We have 4 to the power of -2, which is the 16th place, or 1/16, or 1 over 4 times 4. And then we have the 64th place, 4 to the power of -3, 1 over 64, or 1 over 4 times 4 times 4. Right? Remember, any number raised to the power of 0 is 1, equals 1, and any number raised to the power of 1 equals the number itself. Okay, now when we are counting in base 4 or the quaternary number system, it means that we are counting in groups of 4. So all base 4 numbers are formed from the 4 digits 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the digit 4 is not allowed, as well as 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those digits are not allowed in the base 4 number system. The only 4 digits allowed are 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's look at the example below here. We have number 1, what is the value of the following underlined digit? So we have A103 base 4. We do not say 103 base 4, but we say 103 base 4. So the first thing we want to do is to identify the place values. So first we have the 4 to the power of 0, 4 to the power of 1, and the 4 squared. So the 3 is in the units place, so the value would be the face value, which is 3 times the place value, which is 4 to the power of 0, and the 3 times 4 to the power of 0 is the same as 3 times 1, which is the same as 3, and that's the answer there. Now for B, we have 211.032 base 4, and we want to find the value of the 2 and the 3, these 2 and the 3. So the 2, the face value is 2, so that's 2 times the place value, so this is 4 to the power of 0, 4 to the power of 1, and the 4 squared, so it's 2 times 4 squared. 4 squared is 16, so that's the same as 2 times 16, which is 32. Okay, so the value of the 2 is 32. Alright, and then the 3, the value, the face value is 3, and the place value is, well, the 0 is in the 4 to the power of -1's place. Alright, then this is 4 to the power of -2, so it's 3 times 4 to the power of -2, right, which is 1 over 16. So 3 times 1 over 16. We cannot cancel, so we just multiply out. So 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, and 16 times 1, or 1 times 16 is 16. Right, so 3 over 16. That's the total value, or the value of the 3 there. 3 over 16. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Number 2 says expand the number 112.33 base 4. Right, 112.33 base 4, and again we identify the place values. So this is 4 to the power of 0, then we have 4 to the power of 1, and the 4 squared. Then here we have 4 to the power of -1, 4 to the power of -2. So the total value for the 1 here to the farthest left is 1 times 4 squared, right, plus, right, 1 times 4 to the power of 1 plus 2 times 4 to the power of 0 plus 3 times 4 to the power of negative 1, right, plus 3 times, right, 3 times 4 to the power of negative 2, 3 times 4 to the power of negative 2. Okay, so that is the same as 1 times 16, right, plus 1 times 4, right, because 4 to the power of 1 is 4, plus 2 times 1, right, 4 to the power of 0 is 1, plus 3 times 1 over 4, 3 times a quarter, plus 3 times 4 to the power of negative 2, which is 1 over 16, so that's 3 times 1 over 16. Okay, and just like that we have gotten our answer. Okay, so that's our answer there. Then number 3 says write down the first 20 numbers in the base 4 number system. So remember the digits allowed are 0, 1, 2 and 3, so the first 20 numbers would be 1 base 4, then 2 base 4, 3 base 4, right, then we have 1 0 base 4, we don't say 10 base 4, right, then 1 1 base 4, not 11 base 4, was 1 1 base 4, and then we have 1 2 base 4, 1 3 base 4, 2 0 base 4, 2 1 base 4, right. You might be asking yourself why we didn't stop at 2 0, but remember the first 20 numbers in base 4, so the first 20 numbers we have 1 2, right, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 numbers so far, so we need 20, so 2 1 base 4, 2 2 base 4, 2 3 base 4, right, 3 0 base 4, right, 3 1 base 4, 3 2 base 4, 3 3 base 4, right, then 4 0, well, we do not have 4 0, right, 4 is not allowed, so the next one would have to be 1 0 0 base 4, right, then 1 0 1 base 4, okay, 1 0 2, okay, 1 base 4, 1 0 3 base 4, right, then after 1 0 3 we would have to have 1 1 0, 1 1 0 base 4. So let's see how much we have so far. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20, right, so we have our 20 numbers. The first 20 numbers in the base 4 number system is from 1 base 4 to 1 1 0 base 4, and that's our answer. Okay, that's our answer there. Okay, very well. So that was the base 4 number system, right? So now we need to move on to the base 2 number system. Okay, and in the base 2 number system, to the left of the decimal point we have the units place, 2 to the power of 0, we have the 2's place, 2 to the power of 1, the 4's place, which is 2 to the power of 2 or 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4, the 8's place, which is the same as 2 to the power of 3, 2 times 2 times 2, and then to the right of the decimal point we have 2 to the power of negative 1, which is a half's place, so 1 over 2. Then we have 2 to the power of negative 2, which is the 4th place, which is a quarter, or 1 over 4, which is the 4th place, 1 over 4, a quarter. Okay, 2 to the power of negative 3, which is the 8th place, so 1 over 8, 1 over 2 times 2 times 2. Any number raised to the power of 0 equals 1, and any number raised to the power of 1 is the number itself. When we are counting in base 2 or the binary number system, it means that we are counting in groups of 2, and only 2 digits are allowed, and that is 0 and 1. Okay, so the digits 2 to 9 are not allowed in the base 2 number system. Let us look at the examples we have here. It says, what is the value of the following underlined digits? So here we have 110, 101 base 2. We want to find the value of this one here and this one here. So let's identify the place values. This here is 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 squared, 2 cubed, 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5. Right, so this one here is in the 2 to the power of 5's place. So the value would be 1 times 2 to the power of 5, which is basically 2 to the power of 5, which is 32, right? Because 2 to the power of 5 equals 32. So the value of this one is 32. Then this one here, we say 1 times 2 to the power of 2, which is the same as 1 times 4, which is actually 4. Okay, so the value of that one is 4. So the 1 to the farthest left, the value is 32, and the other one is 4. Part B says 1001110 base 2. So we want to find the value of this 0 here, right? So that would be 0 times 2 to the power of, well, let's see, this is 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 squared, right? 2 cubed, 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 6, 2 to the power of 7, right? So this 0 here is in the 2 to the power of 6 place, so that's 0 times 2 to the power of 6, and 0 times any number is 0, so that's the value of that 0 there is 0. Okay, and that's the answer there. The value of this one here is 1 times 2 to the power of 4, so that's 2 to the power of 4, and 2 to the power of 4 is 16, so that's 1 times 16, which is equal to 16, and that's the answer there. And then the final one we have to find the value of is this one, right? So we say the face value is 1, the place value is 2 to the power of 1, and 1 times 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 1 times 2, because any number raised to the power of 1 is a number itself, so we get 1 times 2, which is equal to 2. That's the answer there. Then number 2 asks, expand the number 101.1101 base 2. So again, we have to identify the place values. So we have here, this is, well, this one is 2 to the power of 0, right? Then this is 2 to the power of 1, and this is 2 to the power of 3. Okay, this is 2 to the power of 2 actually. So 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2. This one is 2 to the power of negative 1, right? Then this one here is 2 to the power of negative 2, and then we have 2 to the power of negative 3, right? So when we expand in it, we would say 1 times 2 squared plus 0 times 2 to the power of 1 plus 1 times 2 to the power of 0 plus 1 times 2 to the power of negative 1 plus 1 times 2 to the power of negative 2 plus, right? And actually this here should be 2 to the power of negative 4, right? And then this 0 here is in the 2 to the power of negative 3 place, right? So 2 to the power 1 times 2 to the power of negative 2 plus 0 times 2 to the power of negative 3, okay, plus 1 times 2 to the power of negative 4. So that would be equal to, alright, let me get some space down here. So that would be 1 times 4, right, because 2 squared is 4, plus 0 times 2, okay, plus 1 times 1 plus, right, plus 1 times a half, because 2 to the power of negative 1 is a half, plus 1 times a quarter, right, because 2 to the power of negative 2 is a quarter, plus 0 times 1/8, right, plus 1 times 1/16. Okay, and that's our answer there. Good, wonderful. So that's the answer for number 2. Number 3, we're asked to write down the first 20 numbers in the base 2 number system. So the first one is 1, then after 1 base 2, then we have 1 0, right, base 2, then 1 1 base 2, right. Remember, only 1s and 0s are allowed. After 1 1, we have 1 0 0 base 2, 1 0 1 base 2, 1 1 0 base 2, 1 1 1 base 2, 1 0 0 0 base 2, 1 0 0 1 base 2, 1 0 1 0 base 2, 1 0 1 1 base 2, 1 1 0 0 base 2, 1 1 0 1 base 2, 1 1 1 0 base 2. Then the next one is 1 1 1 1 base 2, then 1 and 4 zeros base 2, right. Then 1 0 0 0 1 base 2. Let's count how many we have. So far we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. We need 3 more. So we have 1 0 0 0, well, actually 1 0 0 1 0 base 2, 1 0 0 1 1 base 2, and the final one would be 1 0 1 1 0 base 2. These are the first 20 numbers in the base 2 number system. So let's do a final count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So that's our answers there. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.